a new type of tutorial. This is an RPG Maker VX tutorial. As you can see, I just started this. I have just a whole bunch of water with the default player guy there. And I don't really want the default, so I'm going to start off by going to Resource Manager, which is these three color squares that looks like right up here. You can change pretty much any picture on here. If you want to change your title, it's in your system file. It's right there. Anyway, I want to change my character. And find him right here. For anyone wondering, you do have to have the $sign in here, or it doesn't import or work right. So, import him. Pick a transparent color of the black here. Guess that's not actually on his sprite, it's all background. And do the same for the face. But I have three faces here. Guess I have three different characters. But anyways, on here now. And to change it, go to database, which is like the stack of paper icon. Go to actors. Double click. Find your thing on this side, which will be red or pink, or whatever you want to call that, instead of blue. And that's for that. Same thing for the face. And now I have my own custom guy here. So I'm going to start off by explaining pretty much everything on this tab, and maybe talk about classes. So, as you can see, you got starting 8 guys, which I don't want, so I'm going to go change maximum and cut this down to 1. And all that does is erase all the other 7. I could also add guys, which if I did now, then I'll start off as blanks. So, with only my guy here, you can see the name, which I've already changed. His class, which you have 8 by default. I'll show you what class is in a second. Initial level is what level they are at when you get them. Since this is the first guy, he's going to start on level 1. If I would have more people and wanted to add them later, I would adjust the level to match whenever I get them. Experience curve is the experience either needing to get to the next level, or you do total at each level. And you can only set this up by curve. You can actually come in here and like change the values yourself. So you can only do their generated curve by setting a basis between 40 and 10, and inflation of 20 to 50. Changing graphic and faces, I've already said double click and pick something. Changing the stats, you can either click on these and find the curve you want, sit here and draw out a curve you want, however you want to draw it. You can go into every single level and give a specific value. You can generate a curve by putting in your value at 1, value of 99 and setting a curve. And that's pretty much it for that. It's the same thing for every single stat here. HP is obvious. MP is wherever your magic usage is, whether it be MP, BP, whatever you want to use. Attack is your physical attack, physical defense. Spirit is your magical attack and defense. It's only one stat as far as VX is going to let you do. And agility is how fast you are. Starting equipment is pretty obvious. These weapons and shields that they list here are based on your class. Certain classes can only equip certain things. You've probably seen that in a lot of RPGs. Two sword style is two swords or two weapons instead of a weapon and shield. Fixed equipment I would only use if you wanted a temporary person that would leave after a mission or something. Because if you have fixed equipment, it means the player will never be able to change what the character has. Auto battle is pretty clear. It's basically the computer will battle for you. Again, I'd only use it if there's a person that comes in for a mission or so and then leaves. Super guard means guarding with that character is twice as effective. You only take 25% damage instead of 50. Pharmacology, as you might have seen in my LPs if you watch them, it is a character that gets double values out of healing items. So if you have a potion for 100, a pharmacology character will get 200 used out of it. Critical bonus, this means they get a lot of critical hits. And for the most part, if I wasn't clear on any of these, you can just do right click and say what's this. And that explains the screen. So let's move on to classes. Which again, they start you off with 8. And you can change your maximum to whatever you want. I'll just leave it as is for now. You can change the name just like you can with character. And these weapon and armors that you see is something else you can add in, and I will get that in a later video probably. And as you can see, anything on here is something that a paladin, as the default name is, can equip. You can also see element and state efficiency. So that goes from A to F. Yeah, A through F. I don't remember what they do exactly offhand, so you'll probably see that on screen somewhere. And then you also have skills they can learn through leveling up for each class. And last thing to explain here is position. For those who don't play RPGs where you can change your position or your row or whatever they call it. Front means you can deal out better physical damage, but you will also take more physical damage. Middle is just as it implies, it's in the middle of front and rear, so it's about normal damage both ways. Rear means you can't hit as hard, but you don't get hit as hard either. So if you're doing physical attackers like Paladin and Warrior, you most likely have them in front. Priests and Magicians as magic casters are going to be in the rear. They have Thief in the middle, which I guess would be okay, but there's no steal command or anything as far as I know, unless you can program it in somewhere. But anyway, that is actors, classes, and a little bit of importing stuff. So I think that's going to be it for this video. Well, change initial party is just under the system tab, if you're wondering. And with that, I think this is it for this video. Next time, I guess I can do skills and items and the equips. So see you all then.